much. So, good morning, everybody. The time is 10 minutes after 10. We would like to start the program. What about now? As we did yesterday, let's also begin the day with an opening prayer. And let's be up and standing as we take the second stanza of our national anthem. Begin the count 3, 1, 2, sing. God of creation, direct and noble God, guide our leaders right, ever use the truth to know. In love and honesty to grow and live in just and great love, the earth and faith, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen. Let's take our seats. Thank you. Once again, we want to welcome everybody to day 2 of this special retreat program. Let us begin by appreciating everyone that came out to participate in the early morning exercise. I was really impressed by our turnout. And in fact, the chairman really proved everybody wrong. Please, I will give you a round of applause to our chairman. It was really wonderful during the workout session this morning. It was powerful. The only thing with such exercises is you need to continue, right? But we know that some of us will not continue. So we want to encourage you to always find time to have physical exercises, body the exercise properly. Thank you. All right. So very quickly, we want to begin with a recap of yesterday's activities, and I'd just like to find out from us some of the critical areas that stood out for you in the session we had yesterday. I'd just like to sample 3 to 4 opinions. What really was the catchphrase for you? What is it that you will never forget from the session we held yesterday? We got feedbacks. The 2 sessions were mighty, were good, powerful, and all sorts of very good and nice adjectives. However, we want to find out which aspect of the program of yesterday stood out for you. So I would like to sample some opinions. I can have 1 or 2, 3, 4 hands. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, any other person? Okay.
Good morning, my chairman, the governing board member, stars and Mars. I just want to say the things that stood out for me yesterday. We talked about mentor and mentee and the importance of mentorship. Putting newer people. We use the organization as an example, putting them through in their jobs, and it has to come naturally. And we talked about transformational leadership, all the kinds of leadership. We talked about transformational and autocratic and all kinds of leadership, laissez-faire, but the transformational leadership stood up for me because the leader has to inspire, motivate, and that's the kind of leadership we need in every facet of our life because you don't coerce people, you make decisions with people, you allow people to contribute. Nobody is an island. You make decisions with people, even though you may have an upper opinion, but allow people to talk and you see and you take the good ones and match with what you have and things go right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Honestly, yesterday's lecture was quite interesting and quite educative. Uh, like my sister said, the mentee mentor something. Initially, my belief is always that because when I started the kind of work before I got to Sudan, I was a mentee, a mentor. And I realized that the mentor will always say, it should be like this. Even when you tell the mentor, why not like this? You say, no, 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 this is the way you should do it. But that yesterday reinforced my belief that you don't expect the mentee to learn from you only. You also can learn from the mentee. And that you assert the opinion on the mentee. It's going to be a kind of advice. If you do like this, you do like this. But if the mentor also has, I mean, the has an opinion, I think it should be reinforced. Again, I believe that the lecturer said yesterday that any challenge you have is better solved by you. That most times when you look at it yourself, you self-assess yourself, you do a kind of a self-assessment, and you're able to talk to yourself. You better solve that problem than when you start telling people about, because the people you are telling also have their own problem, and they will give you solutions that best appear to them, which may not be applicable to you, which may even compound your problem. So those are the two things I wrote very, very tight yesterday. And I think it's going to work for me. Thank you.
That is wonderful. Okay, so any other person wants to say anything? Any other person? Okay. What? You want to say something now?
We also learned about psychological well-being, and then we wanted to understand that it does not only involve the mental health, that it also involves the attributional style of what happens to around us. Also, we were told about hedonic, hedo, hedonic, the resilient aspect, and also how we can manage ourselves, even in the home and even at work, that we have to manage ourselves before we introduce self-assessment first, before we manage others at work. Thank you.
Can we give her a round of applause? That's very beautiful. We sincerely appreciate everyone who has given those very wonderful points. I thought I saw Mr. Dekoya, and I didn't. I will see where it is. Somebody? Oh, great. Who has my mic?
Thank you very much, Chairman, sir, and my colleagues. I think I gained a lot yesterday, especially on the second topic being handled by the erudite professor. The area particularly concerned is the self-compassion, that you must not be hard on yourself and you must be relaxed. And that one boiled down on when I tried to, when I, recently when I, uh, completed my job at work, I really go to my boss that I need to rest, I need some weeks to rest. Really, I came back, I discovered myself again. That was exactly what I did.
Thank you, sir. Please, can we give him a round of applause? Thank you. good thing about a program like this is, okay.
Good morning, distinguished participants. We equally talked about the nurture-nature dichotomy. What is more important, this nature, things that we are born with, or the environment that gives our emotions, our pain, and all that. We talked about that. At some point, the professor talked to us about, you know, siege mentality, where you believe everybody's after you, and you have this paranoid behavior, thinking that everybody is there to get you. You talked about that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That's very good. All right. So, without much ado, I say yesterday was very, very impactful. And today we have a full day ahead of us. Full day. Oh, so we are starting out the day with by introducing our distinguished monitors to the board. Um, so I would ask all the HDI team leads of our community-based monitors to please stand up for recognition as we introduce them to the board, the Ministry of Education. Let's come up to the present. Thank you. You can take your seats. In the course of their presentations this morning, you get to know them, each of them by name. So, according to the agenda, they are giving field reports based on what has been done so far on the 2019-2020 action plan. And they will be speaking to that shortly. All right. Thank you for using our cap. Today is the day for our cap. If you are using another cap, you are wrong. Okay, so I'd like to begin with maybe we'll do this. Let me start with Nigeria. So I will introduce to us the team leader of our monitoring team members in Nigeria Local Government Education Authority, Mr. Ashir Ismail. He's going to come forward and he's going to pitch to us the observations from the field. We have just about 5 minutes or less. So you have to summarize. We are not doing the presentation. Yes. So please come forward. We'll try to display a few of those things so that at least you can speak to them. So please make it in 5 minutes or less.
Good morning, distinguished participants. Our man from AGI is very chairman and other directors here and my co-colleagues. My name is Ashir Ismail Olasupomu. I am the SBNC Central Chairman in Nigeria Local Government and also the chairman, the team lead of AGI Monitoring Nigeria. We have just one project in 2020 action plan, which is the erection of a perimeter fence in Anglican Primary School 1 and 2, Ayetoro, Adegunle. During the course of our monitoring, we observed in January that the contractor, we will say she actually started well by demolishing and removing the existing structures at the fence and by demolishing the existing structure, the fence and the foundation. The length of the foundation, the two of them were removed, properly removed, and another one was erected. That's the raft foundation. And immediately they started the 9 inches block, the erection of 9 inches block at the fence. But at the breadth, at the back, when we went for another monitoring, the second time, we observed that the existing foundation, that's the raft foundation, was not removed. And what we found was that the reinforcement in the existing column, about 6 columns at the back, they just removed the concrete in the reinforcement, and the reinforcement was standing, the old one. Then we asked the question. We asked a question that why is the reinforcement? This is the existing column. They removed the concrete there, the cast there, and they leave this one alone. Intended to erect another one using this reinforcement. So when we got there, we said, no, this thing cannot stand. Why is it standing? The worker said the superb engineer or the supervisor says it's still good, they can use it. But this, the person supporting the contractor came and denied it. That no, they are going to remove it. Before we leave that day, they cut it. If you go again, please before the time elapsed. There is one they cut. They cut it into half. He said they are going to leave it that way. Okay. What about the existing foundation here? Why you have removed both sides, the length? Why do you leave this one? And the one was annoying, the contractor. And she said, the director of project is the one that asked them to do it that way. That the person is in the know. In the know of what? This thing has been made provision for. Why do you have to leave this existing foundation? So that is how they are going to do it. I said, well, I will have to report. We made a lot of noise that day, but we are not to do anything. But later when we came back there, oh, please. We found out that the existing foundation was actually there. She didn't do anything. But she tried to erect another foundation on that one, on the existing foundation. But the question now was, this existing foundation, if you say it's strong to you and the director you mentioned, why not try to break it, the existing foundation, to some extent whereby you expose the reinforcement inside that existing foundation, so that the new reinforcement, you can join it together, tie it together so that you can stand. But they didn't do that. All they did was to just erect about 40 M or whatever, I don't know, on the existing foundation. That is the another foundation. They put a reinforcement, erect another foundation without joining it with the existing one. And they erect block there. Then the question was, the following week, we went back to that school to monitor. Then we find the contractor distributing shoes for the children. The question was, you are distributing shoes, saying you are giving back to the children, to the community. But this job is not done properly. The last time we went there on Monday, this was another existing reinforcement standing, whereby they have removed the concrete on this one. And now this one is cast now. The existing is used instead of using another one. So as for this one, this is what we see there, and we want to tell you this work she does here in no time, the fence will fall away, and we are afraid our children. The Oshibona case is not far-fetched at all. So we are afraid, sir. Then another challenge we have in that same school. Last year, we reported this school, they just finished the whole building, 13+1 classroom. We believe that maybe the contractor will not be giving his retention, but we don't know. Most of the forms we found there have not been done at all. It still remains that way. Students bought generator for them to power the school fan and the ball. But we are expecting the contractor to at least fix the meter for us up till now. And when we came to Sudan, we heard that this metering of the thing is part of the project. And up till now, they are using a generator to power it. In no time, the generator will pack up. Because you use generator for 8 hours. Then, another one, the challenge we have again, is the new school we just finished at Ajegule Primary School. This year, courtesy of AGI, we were in the Ministry of Education. I was there with AGI to see the Commissioner for Education, but we later met with the directors and the PAMSEC. So we complained about our school that was about to finish. Now, the secondary school want to take over that school. They want to change it to secondary school instead of the primary school. So when we came there, we met with Dr. Mrs. Oyetola, and she debunked the rumor. But just last week, while on our routine monitoring of schools, we found TGPS in the school. They came to that school to see the level of work done there, and they are prepared to bring the secondary school children to that school. Our question now is, this is primary school, these children have been out of that school for 12 years, for 10 years now. And the issue of out of school children in Nigeria can never be overemphasized. And the simple answer to that one is the distance between the home of these 3, 4, 5 years children to their school. When they were moved to another school because they want to rent another school for them. Now, the parents cannot afford. And most of these children, sometimes they had accidents on the road because the parents don't have time. That is why in every 10 building in our area now, you find a lavatory private school where these parents prefer to put their children. When we start this with the second phase, I want to tell you the challenge we met was, even if they are bringing these children to school, the distance is too far for them. And now we want to change our school. When the parents are already happy, the children are happy, they want to go back to their school. We want to change the secondary school. I want to play with you. The parents are agitated, they don't want it. So let us look at it. We have done it before when we want to change our school to an hospital. But what the government did for us then was to build another school for us and demolish that one, the existing one, and put an hospital there. Who will say, if you are using the 2 buildings for secondary school, then why not give us a 13+1 classroom around that place for the children before changing it to that one? Thank you so much.
I need to station the microphone. Chairman.
I have to talk now.
Yes. If you have to,
Well, in a situation like this, I don't want the director of project to go and sit all the way in the back. If you can provide a seat for him temporarily here, I want him to be here. Representative or director of a project. Yeah. Mr. Ashiru Ismail, thank you very much. Of all you have said, you didn't mention the name of the contractor.
Yes, sir. I forgot to report that too. Because the first thing we look at when we get to site is to look at the signpost of the contractor. And we call the contractor, your signpost is not here. Then she said, Supreme has given her another signpost, but she has done one before. They now say that one is not in vogue, that they have given her a template, and she go and do another one.
Part of what you have reported is that the signpost was not there when you visited.
Yeah, it is in my report. I'm sorry to have not mentioned that. But up till last week, we still mentioned this. And the woman said she doesn't know me. She doesn't have to put it there because there's nowhere to put it because all the fence or whatever she can hang it will be removed. Okay, you can hang it in the school, but the woman will not listen.
Thank you very much. Director of Project, deeply represented by Mr. Banks. So what do you have to say to all this? The executive chairman, sir, honorable member, board member, and my boss, director is there. And my colleagues, good morning, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Ashiru, for your observation. Well, I'm aware that there was an issue that arose based on what you have highlighted. But the conclusion of your submission is where I'm going to start from. Defense is not endangered in any way. The essence of having a bed for a foundation is for stability. That particular portion where you pointed out that the concrete was not completely removed, yes, that was viewed as the best option because removing that concrete will expose the soft soil, which wouldn't have stabilized before cast. And the underlying concrete
just served as a bed because the raft was still cast along the fence. You know that the area in question is less than 1.5 meters, and the perimeter we are talking about is over 300. It's not what an endangered animal. I know that there are columns and intervals, which doesn't make everything exposed to the same kind of pressure. So I don't think there's any cause for fear on that.
Can we know exactly when the fence we are removing now, that we are rebuilding now, was built? Because that thing, according to the ATM of that school, was built in 1954.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is the stability on which the foundation is being.
And you say the ground is soft. What about the two length? Those ones were removed.
Which two? I am told that
those ones were removed.
Those ones that were removed,
yeah,
were good to be removed. The one that was left is good to be left there.
How, sir? Because they were built on the same day, and you remove this both sides, you leave that one to erect another one.
You are just looking at it from the layman's standpoint.
That's your language. You are a layman.
Then secondly, I think we talked about the meter that was not on the previously constructed project. All the necessary protocols for making the school have been met, and the contractor would have to be paid once he has done his obligation. He has paid for the meter with NEPA. We are expecting that when the meter is ready, the NEPA will come and install it and it will be used. But all the necessary protocols have been done. So, I don't know what further
if 100 naira is earmarked for that fence, and part of what you are supposed to do is to build another structure, substructure. You understand? For that fence. And for some reason you make something there that is going to make your 100 naira to be less. Are they going to refund that money back to us? That was because if it were to be otherwise, they will come back to us and tell us that this is what they have been able to. Yes, so in this case, what is going to happen? Are they going to refund some money to us? You understand? I am to use 6 blocks, and I discover I can only use 3 blocks. Are they going to refund some money to? I'm just asking.
It's a very good question, sir. Before we go for payment, we usually do a prepayment inspection where all professionals go, and then the report that is brought, there are percentages of work done. You will see it when you are going through our document. There are some who say it's 98%, 95%, and that is the rate at which payment will be made. So there will be no need for it's not a matter of the purpose. We are paying according to the job done. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shiru.
Yes. Yes, I'll go to get contact with the contractor before we leave here to find out why it is not.
And who is the contractor? We need to know the name of the contractor. Who is the contractor?
I'll give you in a moment.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Shiru, yes. You mentioned Ajeromi Primary School, and I remember there's another project there, the SBM SIP project. Have you also monitored that? What did you find?
Ajeromi Primary.
Ajeromi, yeah. Ajeromi Primary
School. Say something about
Ajeromi Primary School.
Say something about
agriculture.
So I remember the same Ajeromi Primary School has this SBM SIP project, and I believe you have monitored that. What did you find in that one? There are no project there. No. They have to refurbish, rescript the floors of a block of 8 classrooms at Ajeromi Primary School. I have the list, and I'm just working with the agents now. I told me that's where the project is. Because this is submitted to us, and feedback awarded that project because part of this is submitted to the record monitor. So usually
Yeah,
we expect you to,
that one is at the LDA and we monitor it day in, day out. Yes, it is handled by both SBNC.
that's why I want you to report to that, so people will know that you are also doing that.
Social mobilization. The one I'm referring to is not that
I
one.
understand. I just want to know what did you find on that one.
No,
See, okay.
it's ongoing, sir.
Who are you reporting that one to? Who is monitoring that one? The one that the SBMC is for. How do we get report on that? Are we doing something like this for that?
Yes.
Want to thank ACI for this. Is there another forum where we will listen to what SBMC also embarks upon?
Yes, I'll be able to tell you in just 1 minute, sir.
Okay.
What we do there is we are not part of the money. We don't even know how much was given. But as the SBMC, I'm coming,
No,
sir.
excuse me, let me clear that. The money is given to the chairman of the SBMC of that school. They award the money to the account. The extra is just the secretary. Then the chairman is the chairman of that project committee, the PSC, and another SBMC is the treasurer. And so they are the ones that are implementing that project. NJ is just supervising, monitoring. So if you have otherwise,
Yes, sir.
because we get the money to them directly.
Yes, sir. I am the SBMC Central Chairman and not the SBMC Chairman of that school.
Are you
But
not getting information on this?
yes, I am getting information, but I never got any information that the money is paid directly to the SBMC.
No, they open an account in the school.
Okay.
Get the chairman, the extra, another SBMC.
Okay, sir.
So they have another account.
Then what we have done at our level is to make sure we provide the artisan for them. Like the iron bender that was supposed to fix the windows now failed us. So 3 days ago, we were there with a soldier to arrest that guy, to threaten him. And by now, I will tell you that it's working seriously now. So the windows and everything, yes.
I've heard about it.
You heard about it. That is to tell you, every day I report there, I will monitor it. But when it comes to money, no, I'm hobby. But we provide artisans. We provide support for them. Whatever that will make the job easy for them, we do that. And we monitor it, we make sure it is done.
So we are SBMC or the field monitors. We are not trying to force you in any way. As a matter of fact, we enjoy this one. This is very good. At least you have the idea that somebody is actually monitoring what you are doing. It's very good for us too. You understand? We cannot be at every site. So if we have people come, talking to us and letting us what is happening across our school, we really appreciate what you are doing. Thank you very much. Thank you, ADR.
All right, let me bring forward the job.
The name of the contractor for the fence, Avila Construction Company. Avila. Yes.
Mr. Johnson, please, I need your attention before we move to the next report. It's a report, field report of the activities carried out by the monitors. That's the nomenclature of the group. And let me also join the executive chairman in appreciating the monitors for the wonderful job they have been doing. I am just looking at the area of documentation. A lot has been documented with respect to that project at Ajeron NGE. And explanation has also been given here. At what point do we reconcile? It's very, very key. So that I hope that the explanation given by him is clearly understood, and it's also being documented as a response. For me, what we are doing here now is synonymous to a kind of an audit query, which we allow for responses, and at the end of the day, whatever is given as responses will either nullify the position of the auditor or validate. And that will also be documented. So
when you are being invited to face the public account committee, those areas that you have responded to convincingly will not feature in the final report. So I want to believe the same thing applies to what we are doing here, that what has been documented and the responses being given from our movement will now be correlated at a point to show a kind of an agreement on some areas. And that is what I just want to point out.
Let me also add this. I know in the past you used to have this a kind of an exit meeting where we normally compare notes before you do your final publication. Is that what we are doing here now, or is this some kind of sharing idea and rubbing mind to arrive at that? Is that what we are doing? Just to corroborate what they are saying.
This is a preliminary.
That's just a preliminary meeting.
At the end of the project, they have tried to have another dialogue. And if they are not able to, maybe because of finances, we still bring our entire summary of the report. Then compare notes. So usually what we do will be to reconcile all the areas that are great
Before we
then
have
have
the
the final.
final.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Bosse.
For your LGAs, next.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. My name is Comrade Oluwasegun Aina, team lead of USG. I want to report 2019-2020 project in my head. We have construction of block of classroom, Ayikuto Imude, community primary school, Ibasa, North SDA. And construction of bore water at the market primary school. This is community primary school. Ayikuto that was awarded last for 2019. And when you look at no cycle presently at the school, let me talk according to engineer from my own layman. When you look at this foundation, when we met one of the field workers, then we did not see the contractor. We went together with the value of the community to ask them what are they doing. The time of the casting, the digging of this foundation, nothing to write home about because this place is waterlogged. The plank work, part was not okay up till now. But already they casted the foundation. And
I lost okay.
This inside the work being done by the contractor. Nobody to ask questions. They are not on site anymore. Community primary school, Ibasa. When you look at this one, foundation, everything is perfect. Because this man, when we get there, we use a fabricator machine to do the construction. This is water lock also. When you look at the casting of the wood, perfect compared to the other one. This one is doing a good work now. Because the other one cannot compare the two. And we have been actually even the ballet alone. They are the same project. This classroom. You know, because the ballet said he wanted to study and said he wanted to stop them of doing the work. We said no. We will report back to the authorities so that they will know what to do and how to control them. Because we don't want any this kind of a job in our job because we are in a job. The water allocated to Semantic up to date. They have not seen the contractor.
Thank you. Quickly. I'm going to invite once again the director of project to talk to us. But what I know is that some of these contracts are of different dimensions. Some might be pile foundations, other are wrap foundations, some other are ordinary foundations, depending on the contract sum and the nature of contract that determines the type of foundation. But so the director who is an expert in that field will tell us what happened.
Thank you very much.
Because of the fact that there is no budget, that's why you don't want to gain for the contract. The first thing you need to do is to get the contact number of the contractor and the name.
On gbé síbẹ̀ ni. Wọ́n sá ni ìgbà tó fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ kíṣẹ́.
Thank you very much, sir. All protocols. Thank you for the observations. Concerning the difference we observe on the two foundations, I think it's one is technical, the other is technical. In terms of the formwork that was used, that is the reason why you observe the fineness in one and the other that is rough. But if the concrete has been properly made, the strength will still be the same. It's just like somebody that took bath without rubbing cream, and somebody that took bath.
We have a video.
Okay.
When the ballet is pulling his hand to pull the concrete.
That one will not be concrete. If hand can be used to.
Most video.
Excuse me, please. We will have means of measuring the strength of work that is being done on site. Even the reinforcement, we take them to material testing lab to test their strength, to confirm it. And the concrete too, while they are doing the casting, they are supposed to take samples for skid test to understand, to study their strength. So, for this particular project you have mentioned, I will take special note of it and we'll do a follow-up. Because most of our projects now are at the early stages. None of passed the first trimester.
Mr.
Yes, sir.
This is the most critical stage. That's why I will continue to appreciate it here.
Yes, sir.
This is the most critical stage. If we cannot find anything wrong at this particular period, don't tell me particularly first floor that we need to look at it. No accepting. This is where the work starts.
Yes, sir.
It's very important.
I've already told them, taking note of it.
So So they are the ones doing this work for us. You understand? If we cannot monitor at this particular period, it will be difficult for us to monitor anything.
Excuse me, ilẹ̀ omi níbẹ̀ yẹn ta o.
Chairman, sir, comrade, because it can be dangerous. And it is on record that you have observed it. We do not have any excuse to say that you didn't escalate to us.
Sorry, sir. I think it would be good if I could give you the clarification.
No, well, where I'm going is this.
I said that this to
That's a serious issue.
That's what we need to do. And then we talked about they are the ones that are in charge of that project. So I think we need to have another level. That's what we are trying to see. I think we need to have another level where we get information. Share with it. I'm not there. I'm not
No. Monitoring co-op.
Please, I need to be very, very active now. If I cannot see, I want you to do special project there. People say you cannot put special project with me or I or somebody so that you can know more.
Yes, sir.
Special project myself.
And I also want to appreciate your presentation because you did a kind of a comparison to show that if you could identify that this was a good job and this other one, so we have to give it to you. So it is not about layman language. So for me, we all have brain and we can identify between good and bad. So I want to give that to you once again. I think as a matter of urgency, Mr. Chairman, project will proceed to that location Monday, and we want to get the report of the situation report of what we have just reported here before the close of work on Monday. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. So this is what necessitated this early dialogue because some of these things they are dangerous. If we say we should wait till the end of the project, it will be too late. The next local government is Agege local government.
Good morning, all. My name is Faith Idubisi from IDB Monitor and Assistant Team Leader. In our LGA, we are given a project of borehole, which is in a district primary school, Oniwaya. Yes, sir. Yes. We have been visiting this school since all this while. We find no one working in that place. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, I'm coming, sir. So as of last week, we visited the school again and we met the head teacher. She told us that there are some group of people that came to the school and asked her that when did she want them to put the borehole, and she pointed a place to them. So after that, we are now asking her, and then what did they say again? She said that they promised her that they were coming back. That is this week. That they were coming to start the job, and then we have to check them back again. By the time we get to the school, there's no one working there. Another thing, there's no signpost there. That yes, that maybe someone is coming here to come out, nothing like signboard, nothing at all. So and in that school, sir, even when she was pointing, we told her that the very place that she's pointing will not be okay for that ball because already there is another ball that is there that has been condemned. We asked her, she said that that borehole that some group of hoodlums jumped into the schools and stole away the pumping machine. I said, that is what we are telling you. You can't tell them that they should plant that the borehole there. She said, okay. As I'm standing here now, there is nothing there at all. And during our marathon, we observed that there is a dilapidated um, building that left outside. So we now look for the head teacher of the school and asked him that why. He said that why he picked the pupils out from the building is that they find it that when they're in the class, they look maybe the sounds will be coming from up. That will make him to be scared and quit the children out and went to direct to district primary school and borrow some classes from them so that the children can be safe in that place. And he even explained to us that in their school here there is no teachers, and which is true because when we are looking for him, he's taking the class, and even the assistant said he's taking class. There's no chairs for the teachers, no chairs for the for the pupils to sit down and learn. So another one that we find another big borehole that was in that school because in that school there is a district primary school, St. Savior and African Church Central Primary School. So when we are asking, what about this borehole? I said, he said that this borehole is not working. That is provided by the government, federal government constituency. That is 2019, and it's using solar light that is no more working. As I'm standing here in that school, there is no water for the pupils to use. So that is all.
Thank you. Constituency project is not under our purview. Those are, intervention program brought by the members of the House of Representatives. And we believe that the head teacher is supposed to escalate that to us as soon as the bowl is not working anymore. So I don't know about that, but it's going to be, we are going to note that now. And project siting, particularly borehole, before we site borehole, there is a test you normally do to determine where you put it. Maybe they have done that test and they know the best place to site that project is the place they have given them. The expert will talk to us and he let us know what happened. And you talked about furniture. We have the director of planning, research, and statistics here who's going to talk to us. Oniwaya Primary School. PRNS, are you here? Okay.
Thank you for the observation. The contractor handling the project is yet to move to site. Yeah, although it has been taken for identification of site. So, to corroborate what the chairman has said, we have sent some experts to the school to do geophysical and geotechnical tests, which the report is what will give us the location compound that will best give us the best aquifer. So by the time our project officers are taking the contractor to site, the proper site will be signed.
Let me also ask you this, sir, to avoid all these type of issues we are going through. When you are doing your projects, how do you call it, handover?
Site handover.
Site handover. Who are the stakeholders you normally call? Have you been involved in this group of people? No, I think it's high time we need to involve them too. I think it's high time we need to involve the SBNC as to what we want to do in this school. So that we will be there all together. Let the representative of the SBNC in that school also come when you are doing the site handover. So we won't have this issue. Huh?
That's a
I
good
think
one,
let's
sir.
go.
Oh, that
I
better,
think
sir.
it's very important. We won't
Oh,
have
that, sir.
let them be there, call them. As a matter of fact,
They are
both
the end
education
user.
knows that.
Right.
So that should be part of what we want to do.
Okay.
Let the SBMC, the head teacher, the education secretary all be there. And we all are
Okay, I think it would be easier if you can give us the list with their telephone number. Because so that when we want to go to site, we just inform them ahead.
all the site, Lord, please let them be there. I want their own list. Let's
Ẹ sọ pàtàkì náà àìrí wọn.
Good morning, sir. All protocol leaders, sir. We first of all want to appreciate our partners, the HDI monitoring team. You are doing a good job for us. I think the partnership should continue like that so that we can have better the delivery, basic education delivery in the state. Concerning furniture, first of all, the issue of furniture is a continuous project. As at the time that we are collating the work plan for 2019-2020, there was no request from Agege LGA for that particular school, that is Oniwaya Primary School. So, but since the provision of furniture is a continuous project, we will note it down and then we'll make sure that the subsequent work plan we also put the school there. But at the same time, we also want to inform that the work plan for furniture is already in the public domain. It's something that everybody can easily check and know the schools that are paid down for supply of 2019 furniture, likewise 2020 furniture. Oniwaya is not part of it because at the time we were doing the work plan for 2019, remember that we have done it maybe about 2 years ago or before it was released. By that time, Oniwaya Primary School, there was no request from that school at that particular time. So now that they are having shortages, we will note it down and we include in the subsequent work plan. And at the same time, we also want to say yes, with your permission, sir, because last year we also try to monitor scripts so that by the time they are producing their own furniture, we can also guide with them that we need furniture to also place so that we will know where the furniture should go to. And with the present effort of the board, partnering with the LGAs now, that we want to collaborate so that when they too are producing their own furniture, we should be able to know where they are taking those furniture so that we can also make recommendations to them, sir. So thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Next,
Okay, would be a more word of the LGA. Please,
Pátá ọ̀ṣẹ́ wọkọ̀. Àwọn àmúwò rẹ̀ ló ti ṣe. Mr. Johnson ní question ọ̀gbọ̀n sí. Ibi náà wà ó ní máa ti gbẹ̀.
Yeah, and script, check with script if Oniwaya is not part of what they want to give furniture to. Can we check with script to know that?
We don't have their present plan, but the former one that is supplied.
Oniwaya is not there.
Yes, that we have. The one that is supplied last year that we have with us. But the present one they are doing now, they have not given us their plan right now.
Please let us know if not so that we can include them as part of the 2021. That's
So that's what I'm saying, that we are going to guys with them.
We ask with them so that we can get that. Okay, please, thank you. Yes, sir.
Sherry.
Yeah.
Okay, phone ló ń fẹ́ lò.
Good morning, sir. We have construction going on in Amowo about 2 schools for now. And then rehabilitation also is going on, and SIP is going on as well, Bishop Koji. But we are having
problem with Bishop Koji first because of those people they can push the land given to the school. So they do not allow them to do the fence of 32.5. And why all this one were we SBMC and Ward of Fame and monitors went there to speak to the king, but still they are still dragging it. But the only thing, because of the class, they have only 3 classrooms presently being used, so they have to continue with the old one that they built down, the SBMC, donated to the school. So now the SIP money sent to them, they use it to continue the building. But now they have not finished. So for that ZI, that is the construction of the renovation of the building and fence. That one is going on as well. We visited here, we saw everything that is under good condition. Then you have one of those suburbs. The construction there, they just started digging. Not done anything in that putting foundation. They just dig the foundation down. So that one is going on as well. But we have talked of the senators one that they built. That is Ogene gave them that one as satellite. We went there as well, but that is not in our project. So you have to just to look. There's no toilet, nothing there. So, but concerning the Riverine School, that is where we are having problem now because of this zero project. The rate of bringing back children to school now is very alarming. Like in Bologu now, we have only 6 classrooms and the population is very high. There's an abandoned building there by the local government. We have not got any superb intervention in that school since 1952. That is LA Primary School in Bologu, Snake Island. Bologu, Snake Island. So now, for now, the teachers, Niger don't give us teacher, even the villagers give us teacher to assist our teacher. We only have 3 teachers in that school, but we still manage up. We have only 6 classrooms. The building that the local government gave us is abandoned there. Over 600 now. Because we have to call on the local government chairman to put us fan in that classroom and we power it for them during school hours. Then after school hours, we have our generator. So it's only that Ibologun now that doesn't have superb intervention at all. Then I went to Subeb myself to see the engineering department concerning the water project that is being allocated to that Ibologun. They said they are coming. Even up to the valley, all of us wrote, both the valley, the indigenous, all of us wrote and submit to Subeb myself with them. So, but for now, the foundation is still on ground. So we are still waiting for further movement. That's awesome. This is Bishop Koji SB, that is where they use the SIP money for. So they just started just of recent to bring it up because of the 3 classrooms they are using.
Our officer will come to that Riverine school sometime next week. Please note that place. PRNS and project to visit and do the assessment for us so that there is no intervention of students since 1952. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, is there SBM? Okay, 5 million. Okay. Okay. So you are giving them 5 million. what's the length, the time of finishing? About any four. Yeah, man. Okay. Okay.
Any project on SBMC is schools and any project.
So next is Koshope local government.
If by bullet, I don't. Every type by bullet, engineer, cherry. Okay, what I mean. Ìwọ ò ní lè sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ló wà ní ìrẹ̀jọ́ yà fọ́tò nínú ìwé oúnjẹ kò lè gbójú sókè
Ìwọ tẹ̀ sọ.
ó ní wọ bọ́ọ̀dù see if you do anything.
Mr. Isaac, you know your landlord is here. Why this one? Notice.
Ó ní wọ ọ́fíìsì yẹn mọ́ ọ́fíìsì yẹn ó ní wọ bẹ̀rù ayé.
Once again, good morning. Standing on the existing protocol, Koshope monitoring team, I want to say we really do not have any problem with the contractor because the man before Subeb start mobilizing, the man has already mobilized himself to the site. Ayomi integrated. Ayomi integrated. So he has already mobilized himself to site. And in the course of our monitoring, all materials that are supposed to be used are being in place. When we get there, the only complaint that we have earlier was one of the roofing that, because it's a renovation, one of the roofing materials that was removed. Immediately we cite it from the corner that we don't want that thing. Immediately they change it and put another one immediately in our presence. Yeah. I don't know the reason for doing that, maybe because they are very close to Sude, because the project is that maintain junior high school, maybe because they are closer to Sude. But that is the only complaint that we give them. But every other thing, they are intact. Even there are some things that were not in the project, in the bill of which when we get there, this one is not supposed to be here. They said they asked them to add it to it. Like the borehole now, it wasn't there, but it was added to it. The contractor did a fantastic job there. So we don't have any issue with that.
Thank you very much. We equally identified that. That is why we brought him up for recognition during our contractors meeting for what he has done. And Koshope, what you did not report is that, in the course of your monitoring, you equally met the team of
Sorry, sir.
Subeb
Sorry, sir.
on the monitoring.
I wanted to show the whole house that because it is.
Tell us here.
One of our visits there, we met our Mebu chairman on site himself, trying to inspect everything that is done. So we're there together, and this is a motion. Actually, that day, the chairman was asking, what is the level at which, what is the percentage at which this work has been now? And that was what we are giving. As at this time, this is just about 40 to 47%. So, but by now, the work has been done. And I heard that after our own, when we get back, the chairman has also visited there back. So, I want to use this opportunity to thank NTI because as at that particular time, the Subeb chairman is also a member of my working team. Thank you
very much. And I want to also say they accorded those
Okay, this is what you are handling them, and you will be a kind of motivation even for others. Because if others are doing this, this is running this way, I think we can do it. I think we need those people. Okay.
Please, always you can add those as addendum to let us know that you are equally working on
because
that.
Under the SIP project that we are monitoring, we have another set of committees that is handling that one that comprised of the local government HOD of education. So we have another platform for that where we report.
Want a platform like this, you want a place like this where we can also come together. Maybe we want to sit down like this and get their feedback.
Thank you.
Sergeant,
Yeah.
kí ni ó ní ìwé obìnrin náà? Ṣé bí èyí àìsàn ṣe?
I want to also comment
Wà á lè wọ ọlọ́run yọ.
I recall when I was processing the mobilization, we were calling to bring some documents there.
Ìbẹ́yìn lè ní
I'm
kí ní
going
ká.
to start now. I have to do it in the morning now. Those are the consultants we do. Because during our evaluation, we refer to financial capability of the contractor. And I want to give him a kind of recommendation. All right. Thank you very much.
Not only that, I went there and I saw about Lost Bed. By the entrance, he painted the bottom part of it emotion, and I told him that it should be changed to gloss, which he has did.
Yes, he did it.
Ah, ọ̀ṣọ́rọ̀ pọ̀.
Mama Osutoko.
Okay. Báwọn ṣe ṣe fún mi.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma.
Bejuleki, Mrs. Olufumilola Sojino by name. I am the team leader of Bejuleki. I belong to SBMC, but SBMC, I should have been assistant SBMC chairman for Awoyaya, but I function more on Mothers Association, in Mothers Association. Please, sir, when you are including SBMC, please don't forget Mothers Association in Bejuleki. They are mostly active there, better than SBMC. Please, I'm sorry to say that, but please include us because I function mostly to them to HDI. Thank you very much. And we have our project 2019 and 2020 as a good zone. We have water project there. We were there on Monday. And we didn't need Ekutu, that is a community primary school. Ekutu, they have a water project. We met no one on ground there. But from the headmistress information given to us that where that came to come and direct to come and direct this structure. And there was no bed. Nothing. It was just directed. No bed at all. Nothing. Nothing was made. It was just directed on the spot there. And we have so many, so much salt in our compound there. So, and we cannot say much. That is why I said we cannot comment more. We only took some pictures and made sure that they were taken. We were at Ajepewa Community Primary School. We are sorry, before we get to Ajepewa, they are almost closed. That place is very far. So, Ajepewa is along Eleronbe. After Ibeju, you'll be going towards Ekpe. So you now there with Obush.
On the left or right?
On the left. When we are going to Ekpe on the left. After the long bridge. Okay, Ogun there. So we will now enter into the bush. So the community area. So I just say we are community. Yes. We met no one there. Just two pictures and the headmaster was not there, but we saw one of the teachers or assistant. So we just asked her what is going on. Said she came to do this thing here and
what are they supposed to get?
They are supposed to get 6 classrooms
ṣe
So we
foundation.
now went to Idata. Idata is along Lekki after Lekki to
Irú làwọn eléyìí náà.
Idata Roman Catholic Mission Primary School. Idata Roman Catholic Mission Primary School. So they have fence there, fence, just fence. And the fence work has already commenced when we get there. So,
Wonderful.
You only told us the work has commenced. What's the quality of the work?
yes, we are about showing the picture. No, it's not this one. It's after that Ajepewa. No, after the picture.
Àrí phrase.
There's no picture there.
Bóyá ìrántí mu wá.
No. I'm telling you this.
Èdè ní o, Mr. Johnson ń sọ nǹkan. Kọ́ ó kúnlẹ̀ fún wọn. No, ní ìdáta fencing.
So at Roman Catholic Mission Primary School, we were there too, and we saw people walking there. No signpost, yes, sir. Thank you for reminding me. When we met someone of, he told us that it's the representative of the contractors company, and he said the name of the contractors company is Borges Conrad. That was what he said. We were asking for signposts. He said they haven't prepared that they are part of the directly. So we move on. So because almost it's closing hour already. So we have we took some picture as you can see here that we took some picture inside old God for the foundation. And we asked him how many gods. He said they used to be that 600 meters. Then I was looking at this thing. I said, yes, you can use this one. He said it's a normal thing that he said they should use. So I look at the whole area. In fact, it's directly water is pouring. You will be singing at home like this at the front of the school. And the road there is separated them. So if you have normal foundation for this school fencing, you know what will happen. I happen to build out at Abodaga. I used 6 balls. Yet, water came into my house. So I know what I am saying when I see that kind of thing. You see? By the time the water from those estate people are coming, it will be a correct, it will be a tornado. And it will come like a force because I saw it. I used to see that Abodaga. This fence, if it stands for years, that means they did very good job. So please, we are just, we have already started the work. But whenever you are having your project activity, please always put some pressure that we have water here. We are friendly with water here. Water is our base already. So please, we beg you. So you don't treat us like normal
Special people.
Very special. So thank you so much, sir. With everything that they have done, we saw that they are very fast with their work because they said they started last week. So it was just remaining. The only thing we have here is that the foundation was not that is so thank you.
ní ìyẹn lọ. Àpàtẹ́wọ́ ìyá ọ̀ṣọ́rọ̀. Ìyá ọ̀ṣọ́rọ̀. Ìyá ọ̀ṣọ́rọ̀. Ìyá ọ̀ṣọ́rọ̀. Ilé tí ọ̀sán. Ṣẹ̀rí.
Etí ọ̀sán.
Ẹ pàtẹ́wọ́ gbọ́ rẹ̀ mi jáde. Ẹ̀fọ́ mi á fi àgbé wọlé aṣọ àdúnnì.
Good morning.
Yeah. Wọ́n wà ní ẹ̀kọ́ ìbẹ̀rẹ̀. Wọ́n máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ. Excuse me. Ẹ máa bá a sọ. Wọ́n máa gbé fọ́tò wa.
Ìdé your head. Orí ẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀.
Good morning, all. My name is Adam Sherif Adedeji. I'm a team lead HDI we have only one project in Ethiopia, and it's the application of a block of 17 classrooms with offices and toilets at Girls Junior Secondary Grammar School. What's the name of the contractor? It's Moridel International Girls Junior Grammar School, Ikoyi. The project is Quebec 2019 intervention project. The contractor is Moridel International Limited. Okay. The contractor actually moved to site on the 17th of January precisely. So by 28th of January, we started some work. We noticed that there is no scaffolding in the front view of the school. We have a scaffolding at the back, that's the bamboo scaffolding. But there is no net at all. Because the school, we have the senior school students. They are still in the school. It's only the junior school that they are renovating and the students are no more there. But the senior school students are still there. They are still coming to the site where they are working. So I actually called the attention of the contractor to put a net for the safety of the children. Put a scaffolding and a net as well. Cordon up the area so that the senior school student will not be coming to the site. Which he told me that he's going to do something about it. And we realized that the window that was there is about 5 feet by 8 feet. The contractor now reduced it to 4 feet by 5 feet. Why? I have to call his attention to it. He wasn't on site as at the time his boys are doing the whatever. So luckily that day, the contractor engineer came to site that day as well. And they had to tell him that no, this is look, it was around as immediately the superb contractor around as well. So they told him no, this is not what we agreed on. It should be 4 feet by 6 feet. That's 1.2 meter by 1.8 meter, not 4 feet by 5 feet. Which is told us, and he did correct that one. Corrected that. He has corrected that. And what I meant, the other observation we raised with him is the wood they are removing, they are just separating it. Some are bad, some are good. I said, no, this is paying you for a new wood. Why do you have to use the existing wood for a new rehabilitation project? He said he's going to do something about it. He's not going to, he's just going to use, no. You have to use, once they give you a project, it should be a new wood entirely, not you using the existing one. And it's promised us that it's going to be a new wood. And we have to tell them we don't want a solo wood because most of the time you buy a solo one. The 2x2 should be full 2x2. The 2x6 should be complete 2x6. So 16th of February we have to go back to the site to inspect what is going on, we realize that the contractor actually used most of the wood that he removed from the former DC. That is even not a problem. The problem now is that the wall plates and the tie beam, the wood is used for them is like some are 6x6 pieces wood, and it's not lapping on each other. They are just like this. It's not like they are lapping, they are like this. And I'll now tell the site manager if assuming anything happen in the future, they have to climb they have to go upstairs. What is going to happen? I'll show you the picture. This is the side view. It's not like yes. And even the light, it should be 2 feet from gap. It's more than 2 feet. I'm talking about the light. This is the old one that was there. You can see the 2x2 is very. I have the new 2x2 wood. Okay. This is another one. This is another one. This is another side. You can see the joining. Where is joining? And now, give me all the pictures. This is a workplace that carries most of the load that distributes the load. You can see the workplace.
No, they don't have that.
There's no flat bar at all. We are fighting to use flat bar. Engineer Banjo. I called him, but it's not picking. And this is the 2x2 wood. It's used for the nudging. Solo wood. And not a very strong wood. Solo size. He wasn't at the site that day. The site engineer was there, and they actually told us that going to this is a type. This is a workplace. You can see. All these are old. They are not the new ones. And so nothing has changed. See now, the toilet stuff was okay, well fine. Toilet. So another project that needs to report, sir. Madam just asked me to do a need assessment on the special schools in Ethiopia. We have 2 special schools. That's the one in Army Children's School, inclusive units, Bonica, and the primary school inclusive unit as well. Chairman, sir, our special school are nothing to write to about. Army special school has 2 classrooms. They are only using 1 at the moment. They have their staff strength is two teachers. That's the assistant HM himself and 1 teacher. And they have 52 students. Their toilets are very bad. The head teacher himself and the special teacher have to clean up for the student when they have to when they mess up. Do you have the okay, it's not on this. I'll show you all the pictures. They are here. They have only 1 wheelchair that is not very good. And some of these students need wheelchair. The teacher told me that the majority of them they don't come to school because there is nobody to bring them to school. They have, they have to back them. When you have to back a 15 years old child, you have to have that strength to bring that child to school all the time. And there are children with different cases. They have some have Down syndrome, multiple challenge, hearing impaired, visually impaired, and the visually impaired one of them, then they need a braille machine to operate. They only have one braille machine in Bonicam. They don't have braille machine at all in Ado. Ado have only one class for the special students, and only one teacher as well. Their toilet is not functioning. The ceilings are not, the class ceiling are not good, even the toilet ceiling as well.
I hope all of these are summarizing.
All these things are summarized in my report. So, most especially they need school bus. That's what they ask for, the two of them. Because when they told me that a lot of these students, they are at home, they are not coming to school. Somebody needs to go and pick them up. At Bonny Camp, there's a 17-year-old boy in primary one. Because they have locked him up for all these years, nobody is going to take him to school until someone advises them to bring him to Bonny Camp. He can't even talk. And they have, what is it called in Bonny Camp? Tailoring machine, barbing, and all this hairdressing equipment, but no vocational instructor to take them through. They have a lot of challenges. I have the reports. I can give you a copy. Yes, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank God we have the Director of School Support Services here.